Having owned a ton of Wilson Audio speakers, has the XVX change, evolve of Europe? Any of your opinions that previously had to do with Wilson's? Yes. So the Chronosonic XVX, I don't think I've ever made this statement, but I'll make it now. The Chronosonic XVX has essentially highlighted, for me anyway, how broken the Wilson Audio XLF that I had here sounded. I never knew this because, of course, like it's normal for us human beings, we get used to what we have, right? You get used to it. You don't really know any better if there's something better out there. The only way to know if there's something better out there is bringing it to your home and audition it and compare it against what you currently have, right? When I did that with the Chronosonics and I brought the XLFs here, the XVX completely destroyed that $200,000 XLF. The XVX to me is still the best speaker that Wilson Audio has today, even though they have the new Alex V, Sasha V, Alexia V. It doesn't matter. I believe the XVX is still above any of those. The problem with the XVX is the fact that it's a lot of money. It's $359,000. And I do believe that if you're looking for an end game speaker, which again, I'm not looking for an end game speaker. I will say that I'm not. But if you are looking for an end game speaker that you can keep for the next 8 to 10 years without having to second guess yourself, I would say the XVX is definitely that speaker. Because even if they were to release, let's say, the M7 Magical, which is coming out in 10 days, I will say that it doesn't make me feel like all of a sudden my XVX is no good. It doesn't make me feel like all of a sudden I should sell my XVX. It doesn't. It's a different loudspeaker that is near the price point of the XVX. That's all it is. Now, it has to prove itself first. It has to go through reviews. People have to own it. The general opinion needs to be out there. The XVX has already done that. It's already got all those credentials, all those accolades as one of the best loudspeakers today. So it has changed my perception of other loudspeakers from the Wilson Audio lineup in terms of the scale, in terms of the clarity, the resolution, how transparent it is, how it can just highlight and show you everything you're doing behind the scenes. It will actually put a magnifying glass, a magnifying lens, this size, instead of a magnifying lens of this size. See, most speakers, most brands will let you hear changes with a magnifying lens of this size. The XVX has a magnifying lens of this size, so it is easier to hear what just happened. This is the reason why I would say Robert Harley has one, Michael Fremer has one, and I think there's another reviewer that has one. Because of that, because the speaker is a special component, and so the day it goes, the day it's sold, the day it leaves my room, because yes, this is no shock to anyone. Everything must go over time. I cannot keep everything. Okay. When it leaves, I do believe it's going to take a mental adjustment for me to understand what I lost. And I'm going to have to regroup and sync up with whatever other loudspeaker replaces it. Now, mind you, it's not a replacement because it's outperforming the Chronosonic. It's not about that. It is a replacement simply because I am near the end of my evaluation period with the Chronosonic XVX. So I'm getting to the point in which I have lived with it for 8 months. I have put a lot of components through it. I have heard multiple sources. I have already had it perfectly tuned by experts. I've done everything that needs to be done with the Chronosonic. I have nothing else to prove with it. And so if I sold it, which, yes, it will be sold, it is simply to shift gears into something else, something I've never owned. The brand that I have here is a brand that I have never owned. There is a speaker right here, right now, that is a flagship loudspeaker that I have never owned, a brand that will go nameless for the time being, okay? And so, yes, I already have on the bench the substitute, okay? But it's going to take me time to accommodate my ears and my mind to this new loudspeaker, if that makes sense.